Alright guys, first of all I'd like to thank all of you for coming for the 2012 Panther Motorsports status meeting. This is a very important meeting for us and for the faculty and staff and new members. This is going to recap all of our activities from 2010 up 2011, 2012, and our future activities for the 2013 season. My name is Alexis Guerrero. I'm the president of the organization, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So, for those of you that are not aware exactly of what the Society of Automotive Engineers is, Society of Automotive Engineers is a multinational corporation that sets the standards for pretty much everything in the automotive industry and other engineering industries as well. They set forth the college design competitions, which consists of Formula, Baja, Aero, a couple different things for the colleges to go ahead and build these vehicles and compete against each other. These competitions take place from 120 teams all over the world, and it is more or less the biggest competition. It's the big leagues of engineering in college, basically the NCAA. What we're here to do, what our team is, we're the Formula team, and we compete against another 128 international teams, and we build an open-wheel, open-cockpit race car. So it's supposed to resemble a Formula 1 car, only a lot less power and a little bit smaller. Our team was founded in 2010 by Maria Quintero. We consist of 6 e-board members, 20 Formula members, and we begun our team on a 2-year track, which basically means that every year, normally, every team builds a new car and they compete. They build a new car and they compete. I'm sorry?
What about the screen?
Okay. Thank you. Oh, also, I want to take this moment and please silence all your phones and save all the questions till the end. Thank you. We consist of 6 e-board members, 20 Formula members, and we begun on a 2-year track, which basically means we wanted to get the first year, since we didn't have any industry partners, any faculty support, any money, go ahead and organize the team, get the money together, get some contacts together, and then take the next year, after we kind of knew what we were doing, design and build the car. So we begun our program by actually visiting the University of South Florida. We had some friends there. They took us around their shop, which we'll see in a picture in a minute. They took us around the shop, showed us what it is to be an SAE team, how we're to go about our program, how we go about getting money, designing the car, building the car, and competing, which honestly it helped us a lot, and we gained a lot of friends in the process. We registered with the CSO, we created our first budget, our first project timeline, and we created a sponsorship proposal, which we'll see in a minute, with the American Marketing Association. This is us at USF. As you can see here, they're actually one of the only teams in the world that brings their own bus. So it's very attractive.
Oh, save the questions at the end.
Alright, this is our first project timeline. This lists what was supposed to be done from November until April, consisting of the design and construction phase. This is a Gantt chart. This is supposed to plan all of our activities out for a couple months. This is our very first budget. If you actually see, you might not be able to see it at the bottom, but it lists the car as $24,000. For the older members that are here, you'll find that's a very funny number considering what we actually built the car for. This is our sponsorship proposal. I apologize, it's a little bit cut off. But this is actually our package that we send out or bring to us when we contact industry contacts to go ahead and procure sponsorship. Now, we actually use this sponsorship proposal to get our free motor, the 2006 Yamaha R6 motor. That was 3 months of negotiation. We wrote up contracts and everything. We used this, and we were able to get a free engine and free support for that engine for our program. And this is a little bit more of, as you can see here, they get a tax-deductible donation. So they get a tax-deductible receipt whenever they donate to us. And now to go ahead real quick and recap on our activities since last year. In fall of 2011, our activities basically consisted of paying the $2,000 registration fee in order to compete in the competition in May. And those fees, just to give you guys, especially the faculty, an idea of the dedication behind our whole team and how dedicated we were to reaching competition. That $2,000 fee was actually paid out of our own personal funds. We received $1,000 later from FIU Engineering to help reimburse that, and we were able to secure the engine, and we created a new member package. We fundraised at a car wash in Broward, and we built the practice frame, as you guys will see here. This is the engine that we were able to get from Motor Connection, which was our sponsor for the engine. This is the new member package, and for our potential new members that are in the room tonight, you guys will be completing this if you choose to join. This basically lists all the information. It has an exam for the rule book. For those of you that are not familiar with the formula, there is a 131-page rule book that you have to follow to build the car. If you violate any of those rules, you will not compete. And so we're very, very strict to know the rule book by heart and to follow every single one of those rules. So we make sure from the very beginning that all the members are familiar with the rules and they agree to them. This is a couple of pictures of us building the very first practice frame. What we did was, instead of jumping straight into the project where we didn't know how to work with the machines and didn't know how to work as a team, we built a frame that was not going to be used, so we got familiar with the machine shop and everything. And we got familiar with welding, with cutting, with working with all the machines and translating SolidWorks designs to an actual product. In spring of 2012, we had a couple changes to the e-board. A couple people left, a couple people came on. We threw our first car show. We were able to get about $2,000 in profit, as you guys will see in the pictures following this. We revised the budget. We went from $24,000 proposed to about $8,000 to build a car. And you'll see in a minute we actually beat those numbers. We redesigned the car. Again, you'll see a couple SolidWorks drawings in a minute. We also fundraised at a location in Brickell, El Vato. We worked a couple Miami Music Week events. We got a lot of money from that. We actually manufactured the car and we competed. These are a couple of pictures of the car show. We threw it in Lot 5 on main campus, and it was a pretty big success. We had a couple hundred people come out. We had a very successful barbecue. Everybody had a good time. So as you see here, this is our revised budget, and we'll go over those numbers in a minute. As you see on these slides here, these are the SolidWorks drawings of our redesign for spring 2012. Interesting fact about this, we actually had to make sure to design the frame correctly. We actually had to model one of the team members and actually fit them in the car in SolidWorks to make sure that everything would fit correctly. So we actually, we learned that the hard way. So these are a couple of pictures of us actually producing the final frame and the final vehicle. And this is us at competition. We're actually, in this picture, we're rolling into the tech inspection to make sure that we followed all the rules. And this is the actual final race, which unfortunately we were not able to compete. However, we did learn a lot from watching the other teams and talking to them, and this is the actual final race. The cars that you see here are actually some of the fastest in the world. And this is a picture of it. Alright. So, for the 2013 season, to give you guys a quick recap, everything has been built again from the ground up. As you see here, listed here, this is our new e-board. Our goals for this 2013 season are we want the car to be 100 pounds lighter, at least. We weighed in at 592 pounds last year. We want to get that to at least 400 something this coming year. We want a better ergonomics, as we found with our current design. It is a little uncomfortable to sit in the car. And our design points. There's a score sheet that we have in the competition, and we want to make sure that we're able to get all of those points that we can for that part of the competition. And on the non-engineering side, because as we found, producing a product from the ground up is a lot more than just technical information, technical data design, and engineering. It's a lot of politics, it's a lot of business, it's a lot of communication. We want to make sure that our team is, very on point with making sure that it's very organized, everything is running smoothly, so we want to make sure that this year our website is finished. We have our sponsorship newsletter that we've been speaking about getting done, and we want to make sure we get a lot more industry partners such as Motor Connection, Vitamin C, El Vato, the companies that we worked with last year. So now I'd like to introduce Alejandro Rodriguez, which is our Vice President of Business Relations, and he's going to talk more about our...